Hello everyone, welcome back to the stream. It's been a little while since our last racing stream. Was nearly 2 weeks ago, but we're back here on Assetto Corsa. Something very different than the classic F1 cars we were racing last time. We have got Aussie Supercars. Welcome. Yes, Aussie Supercars. These little cars are interesting things. Obviously, race down in Australia. These are based on, if you know, the Legends cars that have multiple series across the world. These are based on the same chassis as those cars, but given bodywork more similar to supercars. So this one that we're racing is based on the Chevrolet Camaro. There is also Ford Mustang. I think there's a couple of others based on the Australian supercars. Of course, being an Aussie series, that's where the inspiration comes from. But yeah, that's these cars being very small. They're very twitchy, but they are a lot of fun. Very interesting to drive here at Knockhill. Quite a short circuit, quite an interesting circuit. Of course, most used for the British touring cars, used for some other things outside of that. But yeah, it should be a very interesting circuit. It's quite snowy here, given that we are in winter. We've got into quali. I'm just got to wait a wee minute. We've only got a 3-minute qualifying, so we're going to need to head out pretty soon. Welcome, Jesse. Good to see you. Hope you've had a good midweek, or sorry, good end to your weekdays, something like that. That might make sense. But yeah, good to see you. We're just going to wait a little bit longer. And head out now. Oh, big bounce off the curb there. Yeah, Knockhill, you've got to attack the curbs a lot here. Sun a little bit in the eyes. But let's see what we can do in qualifying here. We'll get a couple of laps in. See there just how snappy the car is. Just running over that curb. Enough to heavily unsettle it. By the final corner for one last time in this quali session, well, penultimate time this quali session, to start our final lap. This lap will have to matter. Oh, a little bit deep into the right-hander there. checkered flag is out. Oh, a little bit wide there. Got a little lock up going into the corner. Bit poor through the hairpin. Run up to line, will just miss out on getting a 55, which is a bit disappointing. Yeah, definitely much more time in that. I've got down into the 54s in practice. I went faster on my out lap than I did on that flying lap for the second and third sectors. So yeah, well, nearly a 10th in the first sector. 2 tenths first 2 sectors, another 2 tenths. Yeah, 4 tenths across the board there. Could have got up into P6. Oh well, that leaves us in a decent position for the race. I need to just double check fuel how many laps the race will be. Race is going to be 17 laps, so 13 liters should be good. And we're just waiting for the session to tick over. There we go. So this should be an interesting race. It's very difficult to be consistent with these cars. You see how twitchy they are. It does make it difficult to be consistent while also being quick. So yeah, well, load on the grid here. We've got a little bit of an interesting grid formation. I think it's sort of 2x2, but there's no offset between the cars. Yes, that will be fine. As you can just slightly see in camera, I'm using my round rim for this, just because of how twitchy the cars are. You need to be really sort of active, and using the butterfly wheel, the GT3 rim, just felt a bit clumsy with that. So I've wanted to sort of slightly lighter, slightly, being able to, easier to use, round rim. But it does mean no dual clutch for the start here. It's going to be a bit more of a difficult start, a bit more interesting. But we'll just have to do our best here. You can get an idea if the grid's not there. With the radar. into first gear. Not a bad start. We'll be on the outside going down towards turn 1. Couple of cars spinning off. One car into the gravel, learning from made up a good few positions. Up to P5 already. Oh, a little bit on the grass. Gotta get it to the inside of the car in front, but the tighter line is going to slightly compromise us. As such, we'll tuck back into slipstream. Carried much more speed through that chicane. Car behind had an issue. Just going to slide ourselves on in front for P4 here. But we're going to defend the inside into the hairpin. Car behind in the slipstream might just get to the inside. Big bounce. Definitely a bit messy through that sector, but we held on, and the car behind's actually come under more pressure and has lost another place. That gives us a bit of breathing room for now, as we're up into P4. 15-minute races. Tonight we have 4 races, I forgot to mention. Good start to this lap. Closing in quite a lot on the car in front for the final podium position here. They're gonna defend. We give them a little helping hand over the hairpin. This fighting though has allowed the car behind to close up. And it looked to the inside there, it's a little bit wide with the braking. Nearly run into the back of us, luckily. But don't quite. was not an intentional move. We just got so much more speed through the second corner. Oh, got clattered into the side. I was trying to back out single foul, as double foul doesn't really work through the chicane. Then car behind just came and clattered into us, and fortunately it's dropped us back those couple of places. Fortunately, this is good that P3 getaway, so we're in a three-way fight for P4 again. I wanted to make it 3 wide. Oh, I've absolutely missed that corner. Into the gravelers, cost us a lot of time. We're now 4 seconds back from P3, unfortunately. But with 4th and 5th fighting so much, we're going to close back up to them. Oh no, the rear of the car's just gone. Fortunately, that's dropped us back to 13th. We've got a lot of cars in front of us. Still by half of the race to go. Plenty of time to make up positions. Not the right line through that chicane that time. Lapped car on the grass. Ooh, car off into the wall. Didn't quite see how that happened. Car just snapped the wrong way. I will say the second race is a reverse grid from the race 1 results, so we'll still have a lot to fight for in the next race. Big twitch for the car in front. That's got us back up to P14. Let's see if we can get P13 here. Been really struggling with that chicane when I've been following someone. Good run out of this right-hander though. And we'll get the move done for P13. One car off, another car recovering. Little bit of wheel banging through the right-hander. This is for P11. Absolutely sent it into T1. I was hoping I had enough of a run to get back at them. Oh, they got into the gravel there. Just about hold on to P14. Leader not too far behind. Two laps to go. Bit of gravel there. Too much curb. Really messy lap here. Alright, final lap then. We've got 4 seconds to the car in front. But you never know what will happen on this final lap. Couple of lapped cars now in front of us. We'll set our personal best lap of the race on the final lap here. Yeah, tricky. Good demonstration of how tricky those cars are. We were fighting well for P3. But then, yeah, I think everyone bar the top 3 had instance of some sorts that race. Just how crazy it was. So, second race now, reverse grid. There were 21 people, so 14th, 8th will be starting. Looks like there are a couple of quick people in front of us that had even more troublesome previous first race. So we're on the grid. Yes, P8 indeed. The fuel was right. The tires seemed good until I slightly overheated them, having to do flick spins. Yeah, we're a little further up, one row further up on the grid. Still towards the outside. as good of a start this time. Oh, come on. Still carnage. Yeah, that's a really good comeback. Just unfortunate to get tagged. So we end up on in P13, a little bit unfortunately. Big bounce off that curb. More car off. Picks us up to P12. .56.2, a little bit per. Much better start to this lap. Over a second up on our Delta. A little bit of lag there. We're up to P11 now. Car in front. Clean takeout, right? Clean. Yeah, clear takeout there. Not sure what they were trying to do. Card trying to recover. Very messy this lap. So lost a bit of time to the car in front, obviously having to avoid that accident. Another lap car off in the gravel. Getting really close to getting into the 54s. 69 thousandths off. Can we maybe do it on this lap? Yeah, good hairpin. Maybe a little hint of slipstream and we're into the 54s. Get the cut back. And there is P9, or P8, sorry. Four seconds now to the next car in front. Welcome, Iris. Good to see you. Far from being too late. Car in front making a mistake. Allowing us to close in. Gap's now only about 2 seconds. Still over 6 minutes to go. Like a big sideways moment for the car in front. A little bit of gravel there. Wide for the car in front. That's going to give us a really good run here. We get to the inside, we cover off the cutback, and we're up to P7. Few cars in front now within 4 seconds. Had to go side by side through there. Cost us a lot of time. Still quite a bit of fighting going on in front. got a brief call there asking if we wanted any food put in the oven. So it's not been the cleanest of laps, but hopefully it's still enough to close in a bit on the cars in front. Yeah, we've certainly closed in on the car directly in front. A little bit wide there. Good run through the chicane though. And with that good chicane, it's going to be a personal best here, as we have a couple of lapped cars. We're getting to the inside for that lapped car. I think we were fighting these same two cars for P4 last race. Now we're going to be fighting for P5, but there's only a few laps to go. Hopefully it will end better than it did last time. A lot of curb there for the front car. Oh, what a murder there! That was some cold hard murder there that we've seen in the radar. And before I'm the next victim, I would like to run away if possible. But up to P5 now after that opening lap. I think that's the best that we could do. So final lap. I have the final corner for the final time this race. P5 this time, much better. That was fun. That was fun indeed. Yeah, 20 seconds off the lead. But it's much closer than we were in the first race. Agent 47 at the wheel right there. Yeah, with the assassination, definitely. But yeah, we are gonna leave this server. As that is the first two races. We have, just a reminder, we do have 4 races this evening. We're going to be running our same format again. 3-minute qualifying, which is effectively 2-shot quali. Into two 15-minute races, second of which reverse grid of the first. But this time, I believe there's been a slight... We're doing it at Knockhill, but slightly differently to what we just seen for that race. Just go in till we get back into the server to confirm. So just waiting for the server to go back up. Aha. Yes, we do indeed have a twist for the second half of this evening. A last-minute twist that was decided not too long, about 10 minutes before quali started for the first 2 races. We can switch on back. Already contact. But here we are then at Knockhill. Making a bit of a rude pass here now. This corner is going to be a lot more interesting. Yeah, that chicane's going to be a lot more interesting. As you can see, we are running in the reverse layout of Knockhill for the next 2 races. If you thought Knockhill was difficult enough, I think this is quite difficult. trying to get up to speed, learn the braking points, learn the turn-in points too, since you're going over some blind crests a lot of the time. That is not how you take the chicane. Oof. That was... car got launched up by the carb and I just overcorrected it into the wall. One thing I'm realizing is I'm gonna have to reverse the swap the tire pressures around, since of course we've now got an anti-clockwise circuit. Don't follow them into the gravel. Oh, that is so difficult. Yeah, not using all of that curb is definitely a good decision. This will be the fastest lap of the session so far. Immediately beat by the car behind. Three and a half minutes left of this practice session. Start is going to be very chaotic into that tight turn one. Ooh. Contact trying to get past the car there. Oh, and then they just pile into the back of us. Gotta be careful with that curb there. Still sitting in P4 for the session times. Just a minute left in the session. Improving ever so slightly on that lap, but it's enough to guess P3. Final lap of practice here. Still a bit more time to find around the lap. But yeah, main thing is up that, bring this, the rear view mirror. Actually, I want to see quickly. I won't be able to see that. See there. Yeah, so these just needed to come up one. This needed to come down one. This needed to come down two. And fuel we only need 4 liters. Gotta save the setup with race fuel. And then we've quali fuel in. Here we go for quali. Again, just gonna wait a little bit to make sure we get clean air. is a good time to go. So hopefully we'll be able to find a fraction more time now that we've got the tyre pressures the right way round. Try and make sure we get good exits from the final corner. Down towards the new T1. Aww. Must have just ever so slightly been outside track limits there. So we'll just have one lap. Then clean run through that chicane that time. So here we go then for what will be our one lap that counts. I've got a bit of traffic, unfortunately. Oh, they drive off into the grass. So fortunately, they won't be getting into our way. I hit the tire wall there. Run to the line then. What's the time going to be? A 55.8. Only good enough for P6. I definitely felt like I had more in that. Look at the sectors. Yeah, 2.5 tenths in the middle sector from that chicane. Would have been P4. Would have been P4. Still better than where we qualified for the first race. That is the important thing. Hopefully we survive the opening lap. Chicane chaos of Monza T1 levels. Yeah. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised at all. If anything, I wouldn't be surprised if it's worse even. Just how big of a braking zone it is. Depends what everyone's start is like too. as we wait to set on the grid. Here we are. We're on the inside, which may or may not be a good thing, on the third row. So every race we've gone up one row. That doesn't bode well for this race. We'd have to finish in the bottom 4 if we wanted to start on the front 2 rows for the next race. Again, a complete reverse grid. That's very interesting. Make sure we've got the fuel in. What? So here we go. Hopefully we can get a good start here, try and leave ourselves out of as much trouble as possible heading down towards T1. Alright start. We get through T1 cleanly though, which is exactly what we wanted. Nearly ran into the cars in front. Trying to get to the inside here, wasn't given a lot of space on the curb. Took way too much curb through the final corner there. But we hold P6. See moves going on further back. Got a nice bit of breathing room behind for now, as we see a fight for P1 and 2 in front of us. Fight going on for P3. Car in front of us getting the fastest lap of the race. Oh, a big slide there for the red car. Now they're under heavy pressure for that P4 slot. Snow being kicked up. Car in front of us really struggling for confidence through that section by the chicane. Top 6 have definitely broken away here. Side by side coming up towards the chicane in front. Oh, it has not ended well. And we're up into P3. Already see a lapped car. Car in front, lapped car running off into the gravel. Side by side for the lead in front. Very messy through the chicane that time. Lost quite a bit of time. Gonna be under pressure now for P3 here. Got a good run through the final corner though. Gives us a bit of breathing room down towards T1. A little too wide there. Nearly hit the tire wall. Big slide through final corner. Fastest lap of the race set by the car in front of us. That was sketchy, but it was quick apparently. car in front of us lagging a little bit. I'm hoping they last through here, but doesn't look like they are. Give them a bit of a bump as they hold us up here. Hopefully they hold up the cars behind us just as much. Ooh, that's a car off. That might be second place. No, it's a lapped car, but they did hold second place up. Got a nice gap to the car behind now after that kerfuffle with lapped cars. Still got a car between us and a lapped car between us and the car behind. Five minutes left of the race. New fastest lap set by the leader. Using all of the curb there. Held it flat out through the final corner, which allows us to send a personal best into the 54s. Five-second gap now to the two cars behind, and they're close enough that they may be fighting. And slowing themselves down. Oh, a big slide turning in to the final corner. Quite a few lapped cars in front. That was not a good time for a little screen freeze. Thankfully that lap car took to the grass to give us space to pass them. Three more laps to go. Was a little late to hit the brakes there and turn the car into the chicane. Big slide for the lap car in front. So shows you just how much the apex curve of the final corner unsettles the car. Good run through the chicane that time. Only a tenth off the fastest lap. Final lap of the race. Car in front is slowing. They've given us P2. Big lock up. Evening, Kiki. Good to see you. We're just finishing the final lap here of our third race. P2 that time round. We kept it clean. We took advantage of others' mistakes and misfortunes. But yeah, that's a good race. Only 3.8 seconds off the lead. We got to good pace there at the end. Yeah, we had our personal best first and final sector on that lap. A little bit of time in the middle sector. A little bit of time too in the final sector, really. Yeah, it was a really good, really clean chicane, but the penultimate corner and the final few corners, not great. Lost by a tenth there. But definitely maybe could have been on for yeah, definitely could be challenging for fastest lap here. As we go into what will be the final race, I say final race of this event, something has popped up that I may do right at the end. Yeah, we might do some, have a little bonus here at the end of the stream. Once we're done with this, the fourth and final race here. But yeah, just waiting for the session to take over. Of course, with the reverse grid, we are going to be starting. Let's see, we had 18 people. So we'll be starting 17th. 17th, very easy math, that one. On the 9th and final row of the grid, we'll be on the outside for T1 this time. The good thing by starting last is, or on the back row, is no one's going to run into the back of us into T1. Which is great. Absolutely great. So yeah. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of carnage this race. As we seen a bit of carnage in the first race, especially with lapped cars. Now reverse grid, that tire stacking, and we've seen one car go nose first into it. I'm sure we will see more in this race. The main thing is to stay out of trouble. We're going to have to make sure we're not too aggressive. Sort of aggressive like we were in the second race. You know, we went for a move, you know, we went aggressive. That's how we ended up getting caught up in an incident. So, yeah, as we take over onto the grid here. So on the grid now you can see... Oh. That doesn't seem right. We're not as far back as I thought. We're P10, right in the middle of the back. It looks like only the top 11 have been reversed, despite the fact it does say top 26 there. Interesting. Hopefully we don't die then. Hopefully we're not murdered. Yeah, here we go. Hopefully we can get a little bit of a better start than we did last race. Not sure how I feel about starting more mid-pack than we're meant to. Up into first gear. Car beside us didn't launch. Yeah. Of course. Anyway, much closer now to where we should have been starting. Oh, that was awkward. Did well to avoid that. So let's just pretend that we started at second to last in 17th. We're up to 14th as we see more murder into T1. Car facing the wrong way. That was something. Oh. Okay, we've done a little bit of murder there. But we're up to P9 now, somehow. I'm glad the person behind me was paying enough attention to miss their braking zone by a good 10 odd meters. Right, now hopefully we can set our sights forward again. Try and improve on P9 here. A fighting going on up ahead. I imagine the car behind us is running ABS because they seem a lot more confident on the brakes than we are. Something happened with that car. Ooh, that was very sketchy through the chicane. Big defense. Very aggressive defense there. I wouldn't be surprised if the fight up in front ends in a crash. It did. It technically did. Not in the way I thought it was going to, though. We're up to P6 now. Both me and the car behind me now, we're very cautious into the chicane. We both kind of said, oh no, after you. They're going to come back at us here into the hairpin of T1. Going to leave them the space on the inside. They were again cautious not to crash into us, which we really respect. Will I break them though around the outside into left-hander? Whoa. I think this is the same three-way fight we had in the first couple of races, with us, the car in front and the car behind us. Not quite close enough for a three-way fight here, but we are all close to one another. Thought it was better to be safe there, especially with high locked up on the entry curb. Very wide from the car in front. Go give us a free place. Looks like someone's found the pit entry wall. Looks like one of the two cars behind is off as well. Don't know if they collected the car that was stationary on the track or if there was another murder. But we're up to P5 now, trying to chase down P4. So yeah, we've got some fast drivers in front of us, but we're also getting into lapped traffic again. We've seen how much chaos that produced in the first race. Also just realised I forgot to change the text on the overlay at the bottom. A little bit of time lost getting past the lapped car. Ooh, car off. That promotes us to P4. Five laps to go in the race. Got a lot of traffic in front that we're catching up to. Of the lap car going spearing into both walls. Closer to the car in front. We'll have 3 laps to try and make a move here. Another lap car, but they run wide on their own accord. Oh, a slight brush on the tire barrier for the car in front. We're in the slipstream now. Putting the pressure on. I seen on the mini-map a car stopped in the middle of the chicane, so I took it a little more cautiously just to be safe. Really good run out of the final corner. That was it! That was the finish! The race was 1 lap shorter. Oh, we'll have to check the timings on that. Oh, that was very close. Drag race to the line. Let's see. No, we missed out by 3 thousandths. 3 thousandths. Oh. Oh, that's annoying. Ah, so close. I mean, had there been one more lap, we might have had that. We might have had it. Well, we likely would have. We probably would have got the move done into T1. And then would have been a matter of trying to hold on from there. But yeah, we were 1.8 seconds off of having another lap from the leader. Of course, the reverse grid slowing the race down slightly. But yeah, what a race! What a race! That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun tonight. Really, really did enjoy that. Yeah, it was certainly messy, but for a social race just before Christmas, yeah, you can't be annoyed. That was just pure fun. Yeah, and nice to have a okay, even though we got taken out at the start of that final race, I mean, it was still a lot of fun trying to come back. I mean, imagine if we weren't taken out. You know? Although, yeah, that being said, if we didn't get taken out at the start, who knows, we'll probably have got taken out in the middle of the race anyway. But yeah, that was a ton of fun. A ton of fun indeed. I'm going to take this wheel off because we're going to switch over to something a little bit different, because today's stream isn't going to be the only stream this weekend. We are going to have one tomorrow evening, starting a little bit earlier, starting in time for 7 p.m. UK time. And it's going to be on a slightly different game. Now, I am just going to mute the game audio. Tim Bob, that was crazy. That was crazy, but good crazy. Good fun craziness. Right. I need to join something. Yeah, we do have a little bit of time. Join server. There we go. So, tomorrow I'm going to be taking on my first, well, it'll technically be first, race on a new sim. Well, the sim itself isn't very new, but it's new to me, as it has recently had private lobbies, private servers introduced. So, apologies if this is a little loud. Oh yeah, it is definitely loud. Let's try this. You'll now hear car sounds in the background. Okay, that seems good. That seems good. This is Le Mans Ultimate. Tomorrow I'll be taking part in my first race, a 90-minute race at Fuji. I'm just looking to see, I won't put that to 28. But in preparation for that, we have a practice server on at the moment, as well as a test race for those that are new to the game, such as myself. Since the game has gone on sale, it's 10% off at the moment with the Steam Winter Sale. That's awkward. I've never done that before. Never done that before. Yeah, that is cars on ice. That is sort of one of the complaints from the bit of practice I've done so far in this game. That is one of my complaints this game. The cars feel so slidey. Like, they don't really feel like they're properly connected to the road. Yeah, the car just wanted to spin there. So yeah, just try and get heat into the tyres. Of course, the WEC don't run tyre blankets or tyre warmers anymore for any class. The car's definitely much slidier on cold tyres than they are in ACC, but I think that is one of the complaints of ACC, is that cold tyres are too grippy. So yeah, it is. Track says it's high grip. Doesn't feel high grip. Really doesn't. I am tempted to turn the TC up. But yeah, we've got just over 4 minutes left of practice session here. Then we're going to jump into a quali session before a 20-minute race. As you can see, it's multi-class. We've got the hypercars. Cars also feel very sensitive to pedal inputs. When you're braking or putting on throttle, it feels like the car moves around and the balance changes an awful lot. we've got benchmark time down now. As we try to outbreak one of the hypercars, BMW that is. I can see finding some time on this lap. I think we're only going to get one. Yeah, we're only going to get one more lap in for the end of practice. Attempts up on our provision on our time at the moment, our first previous lap. Yeah, this will be our final lap of the practice session. Gaining about 3.5 tenths in T1. Thanks to not being overtaken by a prototype. Fastest middle sector of the session. Interesting. We don't have many of the GT3s here. Of course, this being a practice session, it's not compulsory to be attending this if you're joining the race tomorrow. So yeah, across the line. And we do improve. Let's return to garage. Only half a second off the top GT3 time. You can see a lot more of the prototypes have joined. Let me just check the entry list for tomorrow. Entry list. So we've got 36 cars signed up in total. I think there's someone having to miss though, so down to 35. That's 22 prototypes or hypercars and 13 GT3s. As we're about to get into a 5-minute qualifying session here. Of course, I'm gonna want to bring down the fuel to 5 laps. I forgot to have the clutch in when I turned the car on. I suppose I need to wait for that guy to put his hand out to say that pit lane is clear. I'm not going to just drive into someone. I don't know if pit lane collisions are a thing in this game. Of course, on the Assetto courses, that's not a thing. You know, you just ghost through everyone. But I don't know here. So again, out on cold tires. This is the first time I've done a quali fuel run. To bring up the tire app on the relative, rather than the relative, sorry, on the MFD. Tires take a while to come up to temperature. They're still only about 40 degrees. Yeah, it takes time to build up that core temperature. So yeah, the temperatures you see in the bottom left, I believe, are core tire temperatures or carcass temps. On the bottom right, I think that's more surface temperature. Because it says the optimal temperature for this compound is 88 degrees. I've also just realized the next lap's going to be our final lap here. Tires getting warmer now, but still not at that optimal temperature. Looks like we might end up having a prototype pass us on this lap too. Gaining half a second in T1 just from now having the tires up to temperature. They're not up to optimal temperature, but they're much better than they were a lap ago. Have a prototype go right round the outside of us. Second up now. Again, fastest middle sector. .3 seconds up, losing a little bit of time on the exit of the final corner. Tyres not quite up to optimal temperature now, but certainly getting close. And we put ourselves P2. Still waiting on one more GT3 to set a lap time. Hi. BMW here. Coming up to the line. Don't get any info on their standings. Yeah, there we go. They said time. Not quick enough to beat any of the other GT3s. So yeah, big spread between the prototypes. Well, it's very tight amongst the top 5. Then it does spread out quite a bit more, down to 7 seconds back for the last car. Must not have got a lap in, proper lap in at the end of the session. I also just noticed the, depends what the temp is for. Car setup, I'm just going to put in full fuel for the race. Oh, we can bring it down to 90s. I'm just going to play it safe. Oh, no, I do not want to exit the current session. But yeah, that should be qualifying done. And now we are on to the race. I don't know why it's saying everyone is on wet tires. Car setup, I'm not familiar enough with setups to know what else to change. This is the CDA setup, Coach Dave Academy setup, that is provided. Okay. It puts us on the grid. It's a bit odd, like, oh, you're in the garage, and then it puts you on the grid. I can't turn the car on just yet. I like how the brakes are getting warmer, despite the fact we're just here stationary. Maybe being out in the sun on the track. Let's see. Oh, that one just slightly came off. 38 degrees track temp. That is quite warm. That is quite warm indeed. For this race, by the way, there is double tyre wear, double fuel usage. So despite only being 90 minutes tomorrow, there is, I think it's a guaranteed 3-stop.
Formation lap has started.
This formation lap graphic is really weird.
Green flag, green flag.
I was going to say it's not a good start, but of course we've got the hypercars in front of us. They're just going to drive away, of course, as we head down to T1. We're on stone cold brakes and tires, so just going to take it really safe. Oh, they're up to 50 degrees already. They've warmed up much quicker than they did in qualifying. We've lost one place off the start. I think I missed it. I was a bit late on the gear shifts and hit the limiter a bit. Looking to the inside of the Inception McLaren here. We do get to the inside on the exit of the left-hander. Side by side heading down towards the chicane now. Hold it round the outside. And we reclaim P2. .1 seconds off the lead. If that driver has the pace that they had in qualifying and practice, I don't think we'll be catching up back up to them. Fastest final sector, that's quite nice. McLaren behind, a bit more confident on the brakes into T1, closes up a bit. Fastest first sector. Oh, we have good pace here. We are catching up to the leader. Fastest middle sector as well. Don't think we're going to have the fastest final sector. Not yet. Just a personal best. Matching our delta through turn 1. Fastest first sector again. Taking a lot more of the curb there than the McLaren in front. Fastest middle sector. As the McLaren ran a little bit wide through the right-hander. In the slipstream now. Seems like that McLaren's got great straight line speed, though. It's still only a personal best final sector, despite how much we closed up. Trying to take a tighter line just to get more air onto the car. So it looks like we have a bit better cornering ability than the McLaren, but it has more straight line speed than us. Oh, a little bit of contact there. We'll get to the inside here. So we've taken the lead. I very much imagine we're going to lose it here with the McLaren in the slipstream. We're going to defend. I don't think there's much point to it. Have a dive back up the inside. And we retake the lead. That Inception McLaren has caught up once again. Deep into the left-hander here. That's allowing the McLaren to come back at us. Trying to get the best launch we can off the final corner. You can see our front left tyre is overheating a little bit. We've got a bit bigger gap coming onto the start finish straight this time, so we should be able to hold the lead into turn 1. Won't be too long before the hypercars come round to that bus. Bit deep into the chicane. Bit of a poor final sector, but we've still gapped the McLaren behind a little bit. Bit deep on the brakes there. Was wide of the apex. That cost us 3/10, 3.5 even, by the time we get to the left-hander here. That's deep into this left-hander again. That's going to give the McLaren an opportunity to come back at us. We'll hold on for now. There comes the first of the hypercars. Got a good run onto the start-finish straight here. We've got an Alpine leading the way for the prototypes, followed by a Peugeot. And you can see in the rearview mirror a lot more cars to come. BMW goes through, Cadillac goes through, Porsche goes through, Jota Porsche. With the hypercars passing through, we've managed to extend the gap. To the cars in front. Just getting distracted by one of my buttons on the steering wheel. Or I should say button caps is coming loose. So we have a Lamborghini and another Peugeot go through. Five minutes left in the race. still hold the fastest final sector? I don't remember when we got the fastest final sector. But we no longer hold the first and middle fastest sectors. Though we're not far off them. A little bit of a track cut on the exit there. McLaren behind just closing in this lap. BMW behind us. Yeah, I'm struggling to keep pace with my fastest lap. Don't know if that's tyre related or just a skill issue. Either way, it is allowing the McLaren behind us to start to attack. Big slide coming out of the final corner. You can see that McLaren closing and closing. Two laps to go. Well, we are leading our class. Remember, we're not leading the race, so we will complete one more lap. The Inception McLaren has dropped off a little bit. Open the gap out a bit at the end of this lap, as we're going to have the final hypercar past us here. Thankfully, they don't hold us up at all, as we're on the final lap now. As long as we don't make any mistakes for the final half of this lap, we should hold on to the lead. I have the final corner. The McLaren has closed in just a little bit on this final lap, but wouldn't be enough. Our first race on the Mon Ultimate was only a practice race. Couple of donuts despite traction control still being on. Shows you how useful that traction control is. But yeah, there you go. We did have fastest lap of our class, just about 10th quicker than the first of the two McLarens. 2.5 tenths quicker than the second McLaren. And yeah, the BMW, they're really, really struggling. That was fun. That was fun. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. That is just a wee taste. Remember, we're going to have 13 cars tomorrow, plus twice as many hypercars. We should be seeing about 22 compared to the 10 that we had this race. So it's going to be very interesting. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Was good fun. And yeah, as we usually do, at the end of streams, we are going to, let me give it a little moment. We are going to switch over to Art of Rally. We're just going to run the daily event tonight. Since we are quite late, is after 10:30. Tomorrow we'll run the weekly event after the Mon Ultimate race. But yeah, let's see what we have for the daily event here. Group 4 at Indonesia for a 4-mile stage. Let's see what car we have. Ooh, not too sure what this car is. Let's throw it around Indonesia anyway, see how it feels. front end responds quite well. Maybe a little too well on that occasion, but the rear end does slide about. Oh, that's not ideal. A lot of air over that crest, heading into that left-hander. Yeah, the rear end for this car definitely feels like it's the weak part. Just avoided the bank on the outside there. Yeah, also very easy to overcorrect in this car, just with how sort of pointy the front end is, but how slidey the rear end is. And there's the finish, 2 minutes 10.0. What was that? We're quite messy to start. Clip that high bale, of course. So we're only 71st to up 25%, which isn't too bad. But yeah, we usually like to be aiming sort of towards the top 20, top 30 places. That being around the top 10%. So yeah, a little bit disappointing, a little bit, but oh well. It is what it is. Yeah, that's going to do it for this stream. We had some amazing fun races on Assetto Corsa with the Aussie Race Cars at Knockhill. Brilliant fun. Yeah, a couple of incidents, but still amazing fun races. A lot of good battles, a lot of overtakes made, and yeah, some great fun. And then yeah, some bonus LMU in sort of preparation of tomorrow's stream. And that was yeah, very fun. Good race. Started second, fell to third off the start, but then got ourselves back up into the lead with the few GT3 cars that we had for this little test race. But yeah, that will be it. Thank you all for being here. For this stream. I know it was sort of quite last minute in me putting it up on YouTube, scheduling it. So great to see so many people here. Jesse, Iris, Geeky, and Dimbob popping in that we were racing tonight on Assetto Corsa. Yeah, thank you all for being here. Hope you all enjoyed. As I mentioned, we will be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. UK time, for the start of qualifying. The race will be starting about 15 minutes later, quarter past after. I believe it's a 10-minute quali session. So yeah, we'll be wrapped up nice and early, done by 9 o'clock, and then we'll run the weekly event and daily event for tomorrow on Art of Rally as well to round that stream off. But yeah, hopefully I will see as many of you there as possible. But yeah, until then, thank you all for being here. Hope you all have a good start to your weekend tomorrow on Friday. But yeah, until then, once again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.